Hey, it's a quick video here to show the installation of the Bluestone connector on a brand new, fresh Bluestone PIM Patchworks account. So, firstly, we'll go down to the marketplace. We have all Patchworks connectors listed here, but what we're looking for is Bluestone PIM. We click the install button. That'll bring that over into the manage connector section of the account that we're logged into. You'll be able to see exactly what's inside that Bluestone connector, variables, authentication methods, how we authenticated into it, any endpoints that are associated to it. You can add new endpoints in for any new ones that might be there. And then you click add new instance. And then from here, what we do is we give it a name. This is a test account, so a test account, we'll call it. Click next. You'll be able to set up any sort of rate limits here. So if we have any rate limits at all within our your tier of Bluestone, you'll be able to set them up here. Click next again, click next again. This is where you'll put in the credentials. So the base URL, again, we're using the test account, so that's fine. Client credentials, keep that the same as it is. The client ID will then be updated to what you'll get from Bluestone support or from the settings side in Bluestone. Put in the secret, click create, and then we go off, test that connection, and then if it all works, then we'll successfully have created that instance. This instance then allows us to connect in to Bluestone to be able to make API calls to pull and push data. So to do that, we use process flows. So you'll go into your process flow section, you will create your very first process flow. You'll call it, I know what I want to do right now, so maybe we'll get all categories. Give it a description if you want to, click create flow. Then we'll be on our canvas. So on the Patchworks canvas, this is where you'll logically step through the steps that might be required to pull data from one source system and transform it and send it into a destination. You can obviously set up your schedule. You can have it run on every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, once nightly, things like that. Or there's webhooks availability, callbacks, and event listeners. So we can trigger these flows in multiple different ways. But for now, we will use our shape of a connector shape. We will select that test account that we created with our credentials. And then we'll be able to select what API that we want to call. And I know that I want to list my catalogs right now. I called it categories, but it's catalogs. So we're listing our catalogs. You'll have the ability to put in parameters and things like that here as well. But for now, we'll just do this. We'll click play. We can see in the log box here that we've successfully connected. You'll then be able to see what that payload was that got returned from Bluestone. I've created, 3 different catalogs: merch, coffee mugs, and sports bottles. Then you would start to manipulate this data. So then you might make a second call into Bluestone and pull out any products that are inside this catalog. Or you might iterate this through this catalog one by one. You might say my batch level is data because that is what is here. So we'll go data, we'll click save, we'll run through that again. And then you'll be able to see we've now got merch in the first payload, we've got coffee mugs in the second payload, and then we've got sports bottles in the third payload. So now we've got 3 separate payloads that you could use a map shape, reformat that structure, rename rename name to be catalog name before it goes into your ecom system or your POS system or your ERP to be created in there. So you use Patchworks to manipulate that data and then send it across. And you would do exactly the same pulling products or any other kind of data that we might extract from Bluestone.